following portion of Living Local DMV is sponsored by Sankofa Foundation Incorporated.
Welcome back. Get ready for a night of culture, cuisine, and celebration. We're taking you inside this year's Kente Ball, an unforgettable evening of African arts featuring a 3-course dinner and live music, all in support of the Sankofa Foundation.
We're joined now by Cosby Cohen and George Akwete Abani. I hope, did I say that correctly? Yeah. With more on the evening and their cause that they're raising money for. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm so excited to talk about this. So first and foremost, tell us more about the foundation.
So Sankofa Foundation is a nonprofit organization dedicated to teaching African arts, to helping the community through art initiatives like the drums, like painting, dancing, and also educating the diaspora, connecting the African culture to African Americans in the U.S.
Wonderful. And tell us a little bit more about the Culture for My Children program.
So the Culture for My Children program, this is designed for children from the age of 4 to 17 to help them bring out their creativity in them through the visual performing arts. The drums, they understand what you're saying. Yeah.
So important to get connected to not only your roots, but the culture and history and knowing what things mean.
Right.
Like I have, an affinity towards this type of music, but why? And going back so far to discover your roots and also learn more about the culture. Tell us why it's so important to start with young people and why even people in college, universities should be connected to you and your platforms and foundations to get young people more interested in the culture.
So it's so much easier to introduce new culture to a young child. Just like if you have a child in school, it's much easier to ingratiate them to a foreign language while they're younger, a foreign culture while they're younger, while they're a sponge and they can really soak it up.
Right.
So that program, reaching young people, is super important, and you're able to nurture them through that skills process. Once children learn, they build confidence, they build energy, they build success through that learning process. So it's super important. That's why we partner with a lot of organizations, local schools, churches, to provide programming for them. Get them culturally ingratiated. Like we've been focusing on Ghana this year, so a lot of our efforts will be helping locals from the diaspora transition over there for internships.
Wow. Wonderful. Well, let's talk a little bit more about the event. Tell us about the Kente Ball.
Absolutely. This is the first annual Kente Ball. We've done some smaller fundraising efforts before, but tickets are still available for that. It's going to be a whole cultural celebration. It's going to be music. It's going to be art. Of course, the djembe is going to be here. Just giving them a chance to get together and just really celebrate the culture while raising money for a great cause that funds all of those programs we were talking about.
So important. And it's called the Kente Ball, so I'm assuming you have to come correctly dressed. I have my gele at home, so what should we wear to the gala?
You see George right here. George,
so this is the Kente.
Yes.
Okay.
That is Kente. Yeah, so you need to be in your traditional dress. If you don't have, we can help you.
And that's important. So how do we get more information to get our attire? I'm sorry to cut
But you're also still welcome if you don't have Kente.
Right.
To be able to get tickets, you can go on our website. Looking forward to having a great event.
Love it. And we have a QR code for more information. Pull out your cell phone, open up that camera. You can get more information to learn more about the ball and the foundation. Thank you all so much for joining us. I can't wait. I gotta bust out my Kente.
I know. I was impressed. I was like, you got that?
Of course I do.
I'm ready. I got my exclusive outfit from Ghana. I'm going to be ready.
Exclusives. All right.
I already know. It's going to be
a fashion show. Fashion show. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. The preceding portion of Living Local DMV is sponsored by Sankofa Foundation Incorporated.